I spent the last few weeks researching over 100 faceless YouTube niches to find the best ones that can make over 5 figures per month. Normal niches, AI niches, automation niches, weird niches. So instead of showing you the most boring ones that you've heard again and again, I've decided to show you the top 13 most weird niches that can make you over $10,000 per month. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Razvan Paraschiv. I've been doing YouTube automation for 5+ years now, got millions of subscribers, made millions of dollars with this business model, and I make these videos to help you do the same. So the first one that I want to show you, it's called Arrest Cam Fish and Wildlife, right? And it's pretty wild because they cover law enforcement encounters related to fishing, hunting, and the outdoors. Now you may be seeing the body cam, the crime niche, but this is specifically to fishing. And you might think, okay, this is crazy, that's the whole point. But what's even crazier is the amount of money that they're making. Their estimated monthly earnings are about $17,000 in a niche that most of us wouldn't even think about. If we go at their most popular videos, boaters work together to save women from abusive husband. We've never seen this officer, so peace, repeat offender, or senior citizens learn the hard lesson about Florida's stone crabs, right? You can see it's all about fish, wildlife, and the outdoors. And this format specifically, again, has probably made millions of dollars in other niches, but who would have thought that fishing and wildlife or stuff like this would be a good niche? Well, this guy did, and they're getting paid royally for it. They've made over 226 videos in about a year, which is crazy, and they have over 156,000 subscribers. So really good job here. And again, they make well over $10,000 per month with it. Now, the next one that I want to show you, it's American Vintage Tales, right? And maybe you've seen the nostalgia channels. If you've been following me for a while, you know I talk a lot about nostalgia, but this is different. Just by looking at it, you may notice all these ladies kind of old with wings. Well, let's read some of their most popular video titles. Welcome back, Cutter, Cast Now and Then. They are very big on then and now and then cast. And if I understand this correctly, they're covering celebrities that used to be famous in the 70s, the 80s, and I don't know, maybe the 60s, and are doing a before and after, right? 57 years later. Now, it works. It works very well. You can see some of their videos have over 1 million views, 700,000 views, 500,000 views. And more recently, they've been doubling down on this format. They're posting quite a few videos per week, but as you can see, they're getting 100,000 views, 62,000 views, and all this added up gives them about over $5,000 in monthly earnings. But given that they are making 1.4 million views, from my experience running vintage vehicles, which was in a similar niche, and the RPM was $7, I would say this one can easily get a $7 RPM as well and make that $10,000 a month. So this is why it's important, guys, as estimates, and know that in most cases that I've seen are on the lower side. So if they're saying it makes $5,000, I would argue it's 10 or more. That is a good sign. Again, what I think it's crazy about this is that who would have thought, right? Like when you think of starting a Faceless YouTube channel, you may think of cars, sports, finance, business, right? So did I. But there are so many channels that I'm going to show you that are going to blow your mind in this video. Hey guys, real quick, if you're someone who's serious about making money on YouTube, we have YouTube automation and Faceless YouTube channels. So if you work a high-paying job and want to make more money on the side, or if you're a business owner and you're looking to diversify your streams of income, then go ahead and book a call for one-on-one coaching by clicking the link in the description. I've helped over 5,000 people just like you make more money on YouTube, and I'd love to see if I can help you do the same thing. So go ahead, click the link in the description, book a call, and I'd love to see you on the other side. If not, no issues, enjoy the free content. Let's take a look at the next one, for example, Cruise Insider. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have been on a cruise. I have not, but I definitely have never thought of starting a channel dedicated to cruises, right? They cover breakfast secrets, cabin steward knows more than you think, best cruise lines for first-time cruisers, right? Maybe I should watch this video. They're crazy. These videos are so niche and so specific. They're so good, right? Which cruise lines to choose in 2026? 2.4 million views. You can see how many people care about these subjects. 15 cruise line hacks that desperately, they don't help you discover, right? Never pay gratuities. 1.6 million views. Avoid these mistakes at all costs. This channel, guys, started recently, right? They started 10 months ago. They have over 51,000 subscribers, and they've gotten what? They've gotten over 11 million views. Now, conservatively, with a $5 RPM, they've easily made over $50,000 talking about cruises. I think they've definitely gone on a couple cruises with all that money, but hey, here's a very interesting channel, a very weird channel, we could say, that is working very well. Now, this next one, I think you're gonna like the next one, and it's called Food Tech Today, right? It's basically a production channel. It covers production of imitation crab, right? Or Twix, or how they make 55,000 Twinkies an hour, right? How peeps are made, or lay potato chips, Kit Kat. They cover the production basically of everything. And if you can see the views on these things, like 6.2 million views, 3.9 million views, each of those videos, guys, probably made over $10,000 alone. And they cost them anywhere from $50 to $100 to produce because they're very short. Now, what I think they did very smart recently, if you see their last couple of videos and you've been on YouTube for a while, you probably have kind of seen this type of thumbnails before, right? Well, you probably have seen them on channels like Business Insider, which is one of the biggest media companies in the world. I mean, even their last video, this Mad Science Lab invent this MREs, this thumbnail, if you can see, they take the same stuff, the same kind of format, and they've applied it to them to make it seem more established, and it's working, right? Let's see, they're getting over 2.7 million views. This is insane. 2.7 million views a month, estimated monthly earnings 8,000. I would argue it's much higher. Even with a $5 RPM, which is conservative, they're looking at close to $15,000 right here, which says they got on 2.7 million views with a $2.75 RPM, which I think it's very low. I think they're undershooting it, but still they're showing 7,500. I think it's $10,000 plus. So if you like this, you might start a channel like this. Now, the next one is just hilarious. I think it's so good, and I've seen it for a while now. You can see it's called Saving Savers. 337 videos, over 200,000 subscribers. And if we go look at their oldest, they started about 3 years ago. Yes, actually no, probably 2 years and a little bit. And it was kind of a hit from the beginning. They have this format about grandma and grandpa tips, right? Tips to save money. Let's see what are their most popular. Clever WD-40 hacks, or hydrogen peroxide, or borax hacks that will blow your mind. And getting millions of views on some of these topics, guys, is just insane. If you're over 30 or over 40, you might like this. I remember those things, or like I know those things. So you might start a similar channel and make a bunch of money with it as well, because it's very good. They're very successful. They're getting over 1.3 million views a month. I think the RPM here is completely skewed because it's mostly older people who are going to be watching those videos and who maybe remember them, or who just want to apply some of those hacks. I would say they're making at least $10,000 a month based on that amount of views, right? And this is actually kind of like a golden rule. Every time you have older viewers, and especially if they're watching on TV, you will get paid more money than usual. And I think that is the case with this channel right here. Again, another weird one, definitely weird, but very profitable, which we like. One of my students, Barbara, successfully tapped into a niche with a similar audience. She was a graphic designer in her mid-50s. She'd been self-employed for 30 years, running a project-based web design business, which means if she didn't land the client for 2 months, she didn't get paid. So she was trying to save up for retirement and travel, and needed a source of income on the side. It was actually her daughter who sent her one of our videos, and she decided to go all in our program. She picked the body cam niche in the beginning and started posting, similar to the channel number 1, but money was tight, and she actually had to cut herself down to 1 upload per week because she was running out of cash to pay freelancers. Most people in that situation would have paused and walked away, but Barbara kept going. And on her 24th video, everything clicked. She found outlier footage that nobody has covered, packaged it with a unique angle, and nailed the thumbnail herself using her graphic design background. Now, that one video crossed 1 million views and made her over $4,500 on its own. So if you'd like to join the same program as Barbara and get my blueprint to build one of these channels into a secondary income stream on the side, click the first link in the description. And now let's go with the next niche. The channel that we're looking at, it's called Domain Films, and they have a bunch of videos, 724, 230,000 subscribers, and they started about 2 years ago, right? Now, if you've never seen this, let's read some of their titles, especially on the most popular. Giant humanoid creatures appear on Earth and start destroying humanity, right? She stayed trapped on this island for 90 days with a monster hunting her, right? These kind of very monster apocalypse type videos, but they're very weird, aren't they? Well, this niche, it's called movie recaps. And what this channel are doing are basically taking a movie, right? Each video that you see here, those 30-minute ones, the 58-minute ones, 17-minute ones, they're covering one movie and they're kind of commenting on it with an interesting spin. They're trying to package it, right, with the most interesting line as the title. And as you can see, it's working. Like 6 million views, 2 million views, 2 million views. This one has 2 million views and it's only posted 3 months ago, which is considered very successful. Now, the channel, of course, it's getting over 1.4 million views. Estimated earnings only 5,000. I think it's way more than that. Someone needs to tell these stats, these extensions, that people are actually making money with this. Sell this extension that they're way shooting below what is actually happening. But hey, even at $5,000, this is not too shabby. If you're passionate about movies, and especially weird movies like these, then you might give this a shot. Now, the next one I want to show you is the record amount of earnings in this video. So take a look at this. It's called Extinct Zoo, right? Who would have thought? 130 videos, 1.4 million subscribers. It's probably the biggest as well. But look at this, guys. They're getting 8.4 million views and they're making over $50,000 per month. Now, you might think think that is crazy and crazy high, but it's similar to the other channels, guys. They only started about 2 years ago, and their videos are not even that long, right? The other guys are making 20-minute videos, 40-minute videos, 60-minute videos. They started with videos that were under 10 minutes. Their most popular are a little bit longer now. You can see 20 minutes, 15 minutes, but they're very interesting topics, and they're almost these documentaries about extinct species, right? Again, very weird. It's not something that you would think over drinks at the dinner or something like this, but as you can see, it's very profitable, right? Once again, $50,000, setting the record for this video with 8.4 million views. Amazing channel right here. Now, the next one is weird, but a lot of you and a lot of my students actually asked me about this niche. It's psychology, and let me take a look. It's called Dark Psychology Coded, and they have these Machiavellian type videos, right? Like 8 ruthless lessons that make you dangerously smart. There we go, Machiavelli, right? Never react, never explain, just ignore. Millions of views. Overall, they're getting over 1.2 million views a month, and they're making over $12,000. There we go. I think this is a little bit more accurate. I think this is actually what they're making. And what is good about these videos, guys, is because they're very simple to create. They can post quite a few of them. If we see their upload frequency, it's 3 a week, and they're evergreen. They're never gonna go out of style, right? You're probably always gonna wanna know how to be a better person, how to have better psychology, how to understand the psychology of other people. So this channel is in for a very, very good run. They've been doing this for less than a year, 8 months ago, which I think shows that there is still room, and then you may be able to start a similar channel yourself. Switching gears a little bit, I want to show you the dividends niche, right? I don't know if this is stock picking or stock reviews, but this channel right here, Dividendology, has been crushing it. They've been posting for quite some time now, 4 years, and if you can see, the thumbnails that they were making were looking very beginnery, very basic, right? But even right now, they do not have the greatest quality of production because the viewers watching this are just interested in the information, right? This could change everything for Pepsi, right? Stock analysis. Will the Nike stock recover? Or MasterCard is a cheaper evaluation. They look at companies and they do stock reviews, stock picks maybe, and it's working very well for them. They're getting over 500,000 views, so $585,000. Estimates are only 5,000, but I doubt their RPM is only $10 because in my opinion, this could be the highest paying niche out there, right? The finest niche, especially with stock, they might be getting paid like $20, $30 RPM, so they don't even need that many views to make a bunch of money. And again, I think this is also white space. There are not a lot of people who are thinking about this. Not a lot of people have this information, but I think now with AI, if you're passionate or work in finance, this is something you could definitely tap into yourself. I have a student of mine, Simone, who went into a similar niche, economics. Before he joined us, he started working in a restaurant with limited time and money. So this is not only for people who work in finance. He found one of our videos, decided to go for it, but he went in one of the hardest niches, but also with one of the highest upside potential, right? Because the audience here, again, it's a little bit older, they expect accuracy, financial information, and every script reads nil data. Most people avoid those niches for that reason, but Simone didn't. And the early months were tough for him. It was kind of slow and he was balancing the restaurant shifts with running the channel, and progress wasn't the best. But he stayed consistent and took the extra money from his job to invest in his channel and got monetized in 4 months. Fast forward a little bit and he started making over $3,500 a month, even though he chose the starter path, but stuck with it. And now he's sitting in one of the highest spaces niches on the platform. And I haven't chatted with him in a while, but I'm sure he's well crossed the $5,000 per month mark. Now, if you guys want to join the same program that Simone did, check out the first link in the description. There's a free training you can watch and book a call to talk about it. The next niche also pays very well. It's this channel right here called Behind the State. And they cover 2 different things. They're a little bit undecided, but they're both under the same umbrella, right? Their most popular videos are 12 grocery items only dumb people buy, 17 big restaurant chains that are falling apart. They're covering basically these, I'm not sure if I would say doomsday news basically, but these kind of news around fast food chains and mass market stuff, right? Some of their popular videos again are 10 big American grocery chains that filed for bankruptcy. So a little bit more on the negative side, but this is actually a massive niche and they're not the only ones who are profiting from it. They're actually one of the newer ones because they only started 4 months ago. And as you can see, they already have videos that are 750,000 views, 500,000 views right here. So there is a lot of potential in a niche like this. A little bit weird, not something that you would think of every single day, but this shows how much potential is out there, guys. Real quick, if you want to start an online business to build an additional stream of income on the side of your job or your existing business, and would like to learn more about how you can do that with faceless YouTube channels, just like hundreds of my other clients have done, I have a free training linked in the description that will show you how to do just that. So if you're interested, click the link below, and if not, no issues, enjoy the free content. Have you guys ever heard about the Amish? Well, what about starting a channel about the Amish? I'm sure you haven't thought about that. Well, these guys right here, Frugal Solutions, have. And they built an amazing channel solely focusing on the Amish people. They were the first ones to kind of start this type of trend just a little bit over a year ago. And their first video, guys, got over 790,000 views. Massive success out of the gate. How Amish keep food cold without refrigeration. Just incredible. And since then, they've had a bunch of winners. 1.7 million views. How Amish heat their homes without gas and electricity. They've been able to scale the channel to over 250,000 subscribers in just a little bit under 2 years. And I know for a fact that this channel has made over $250,000, which is just crazy. Now, a niche that we don't really talk about, and it's kind of weird, is the horror stuff. Particularly this one right here, which is Whispered Diaries. 3 true night shift security guard horror stories, or some of their most popular 1 hour of Home Alone on a rainy night hour stories. This is a little bit weird, right? Like, I'm not sure who's listening to these, but they got 1.4 million views, 1.1 million views, just shy of 1 million views. They're just going, and these videos are 1 hour long. As you can see here, they're getting over 1.2 million views, so I'm sure they're making good money, and they've been doing this for quite a while. So if for some reason you like horror stories and you want to make videos about them on YouTube and you want to put them, just know that there are people who are even paying to be members of this channel, so there is definitely an income potential with this niche as well. And fun fact, guys, I just remember my first student to ever receive a 100K play button, so the play buttons that YouTube gives you when you get 100,000 subscribers, was in a similar niche. We're in a horror niche, so it was Jordan. Shout out to Jordan if you see this video right now, which is crazy. So definitely proves this can be successful. Once again, if you want to join the same program that Jordan was part of, we have a free training, link in the description, check it out. Now, last but not least, guys, I have a channel that might blow you away, Homestead Roots. So let me show you this. Only 61 videos. They started 4 months ago talking about plants and homesteading and everything you can think of, and they're getting over 3.7 million views a month, making over $22,000, posting 6 videos a week talking about gardening. You can see how deep the niche is and how many sub-niches people can make content about. They have some of their most popular videos sitting at over 1 million views, and they have quite a few of them covering medicinal plants, biblical plants, or biblical superfoods, right? If you're passionate into this stuff, or if you're homesteading yourself, this is definitely a good opportunity. Again, they scaled from zero to over $22,000 per month in just 4 months. So you might want to check out more channels like these. Now, if you liked any of those niches and you like my help to start your own channel and scale it to 5 figures per month, I have a more in-depth training you can check out in the description, and you can also book a call to talk about working together. Our community right now gets over 100 million monthly views and makes over $700,000 in AdSense revenue combined, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Check out the first link in the description, and if you just want to see more free content, I highly recommend you check out this video next.